Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Chris.
And have you ever wondered what's the proper way to gut and clean and dress a human being for consumption?
We have. Well, he won't admit to it, but I have.
I have, yeah. Well,
Not necessarily for consumption, but...
Schlepp me into that. Anyway, tonight we'll be reviewing Long Pigs.
Yes.
Written and directed by Chris Powers and Nathan Hynes. And apparently Long Pigs is the term for...
eating humans.
Yeah.
Eating people.
Yeah,
Soylent
human
Green.
meat. Yeah, Soylent Green.
It's people. There's a spoiler for you.
And
So this was like a fucking awesome movie. Dave's gonna tell you a little bit what it was about.
it's a mockumentary about these two filmmakers who stumble upon, I don't know how you stumble upon a cannibalistic serial killer, but apparently they
Anthony McAllister.
Anthony McAllister.
Who was played by...
Who was played by Anthony Alviano.
Yes, who did a fucking awesome job.
He did a great job. Great job. Yeah, he really did. Because I actually felt like this guy was evil. I felt like he was evil and was going to hurt me.
See, I didn't really feel like he was evil. I felt like he had, like, reasons
No.
for this. But I felt like he was definitely, like, insane.
Even when he was talking about his philosophies and trying
Oh, no,
to
they were nuts.
justify it.
Like, they were
They
absolutely...
were like justify. He was trying to like justify whatever.
But
like,
I
you
can
could look
still...
into his eyes, and there was still this craziness in
But
the
I
eyes.
can still
like,
see how, like, people on the outside world would, like, think this was a nice dude. Like, a
Yeah.
nice, like,
Oh, yeah, no.
hey, look at this guy, he's
Oh,
cool.
of course.
Anyway, we're totally skipping ahead here.
Yeah, mockumentary about, and they follow him around, and, you know, on what he does. They film what he does from beginning to end, and they even visit one of the parents of one of his victims.
His only child victim. From
So
what he said
yeah.
in the movie.
So it's an absolute, you know, they're all like associating with him, starting to like associate with his philosophies, even though at first they were sick. It was like making them sick and throwing up. They start associating with philosophies up until this whole point with the first child victim.
Yep.
Anyway. Really awesome movie.
Yeah, seriously.
To me, it stands shoulder to shoulder with movies like Man Bites Dog, Poughkeepsie Tapes, and even Behind the Mask.
Actually, though, this was a little better than Poughkeepsie Tapes.
You thought this was better than
I
Poughkeepsie
thought it had a
Tapes?
better flow.
Okay, she obviously thought it was better than Poughkeepsie Tapes. I consider all these movies of the same awesome caliber.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. Poughkeepsie Tapes is awesome.
If you like any of those movies, definitely
Yeah,
pick
you'll
this up.
definitely really like this.
Definitely.
This was really good. The acting was good. You really kind of believed he was a serial. You really believed he was a cannibal, and you really kind of felt like it really was a documentary.
Yeah, you really did.
Even his like friends were like,
yeah,
believably, either crazy or what they were supposed to be.
yeah, like even his friends was like, yeah, exactly, was like, you know, supposed to be like one of the stupider characters, because that's what, like, you know, as they're filming, they're talking to the cops, they're talking to like psychiatrists and whatnot about, like, you know, cannibalistic serial killers, about like their lifestyle. And as they're going over this, it goes into this other part where it shows like his friend, and they're saying like, you know, only like really like somebody that's easily manipulated or somebody
would hang out. And he even says it at one point. He even talks about like his friendships.
Yeah, and you see what he does to this one friend, and
yeah, which
it's an amazing movie. It's an absolutely amazing movie, and it's like it's not even something that I would say rent. I would say buy it.
Yeah, it was
like
really
if you bought Poughkeepsie, well, you didn't actually buy Poughkeepsie Tapes, but if you bought,
putting that out already.
Yeah, they seriously do. If like Man Bites Dog or Behind the Mask, if you own either one of those movies, this definitely deserves to be in your collection right next to either one of those.
Yeah, Man Bites Dog to me felt like all over the place, where this like felt like it was consistent.
Yeah.
Like I liked the story in this better.
The characters were more.
I was shocked about how much I liked this movie.
Yeah, to me, the crew in Man Bites Dog, the documentary crew in Man Bites Dog, was very unbelievable. Like the way how they descended so quickly into the madness with him, whereas this crew seemed more believable.
Yeah.
Like more believable as humans, like really, you know, only out for their own like fame, only out for their own money, whatever.
Yeah. It's like they're gonna make
regardless
it anyway.
of who they're going to exploit in the process.
Yeah, this was I really enjoyed. I was actually shocked how much I enjoyed this, because I kind of like didn't try to go into it knowing anything about it. And usually, like, the mockumentary movies are, like, kind of like, you know, they can get silly or they can get a little ridiculous because the people aren't really playing the roles they should be playing. Like, in general, like, the people that are supposed to be documenting everything usually kind of fall short. But this was really good. Everybody was very believable.
Seriously.
He played an awesome serial killer.
He did. Like I'm saying, like, even while he's sitting there being a nice guy and, like, you know, you can still see it, like, the crazy in the eyes.
Well, it portrayed
like,
how, like, somebody that would be doing that really would be.
Like, I'm a rape and skin your pony or some shit like that.
Wow. Rape and skin your pony. Interesting.
Well, yeah, that's what I think serial killers think. That's,
okay.
well, some of them, I imagine. I don't know. I don't want
you
to know.
you got to see how humans were cooked. You got to see how they were dressed.
Yeah.
And like really
There's a
technical
whole process where
apparently.
it's
Yeah.
like it's playing the
Yeah,
the
it's doing it
nutcracker.
in like super fast like motion.
Yeah, to the
That
Nutcracker.
was freaking awesome.
To the,
It was like sounds.
Swan Lake or the Nutcracker thing.
It was great.
It was like do 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 do.
Yeah, those little mouse sounds or like little sounds are going around backwards. It was really, really good. Dave's gonna run that for you. But
that one. Literally guts an entire person and shit like that to that song in like fast forward motion. I don't know what the hell to call that.
It's like weird. It's like I you know, and since he was just eating people, he didn't really like show any kind of like care about who he was picking or like why he was doing it. There was like never really any animosity toward the people.
No, there was no.
Which I thought was kind of neat because usually with serial killer movies in general, there's always like
well, they asked him at one
hatred.
point and shit. They asked him at one point like it's like is it like a sexual thing for you? And he's like no, not really. But it's like all of a sudden you start seeing a lot of his answers are inconsistent with some other things.
Yeah.
Like you see like there's a lot of inconsistencies with what he's saying and what he's doing and his philosophies and like, you know, a lot of contradictions.
Yeah. Well, he's crazy.
He is. Like a serial killer. Yeah.
So I give this a 9 out of 10.
I can't believe I agree with you.
I know you usually never agree with me.
I don't think that's always the point. I agree sometimes. It's 9.
Yeah, it's definitely a 9. This is definitely worth the buy.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really enjoyable.
Definitely.
And
I agree with myself.
Yeah.
Definitely 9 out of 10. Definitely get it.
So go buy this movie.
Not to be confused with Long Pig, because apparently there's a movie called Long Pig.
Yeah, and this movie was really awesome.
And this movie was great. It's Long Pigs, plural. As the airport goes overhead, I'm going to say goodbye.
Yes. Neuter and spay your cannibals.
Yes. We don't want too many cannibals running around.
No. A couple is enough.
Yeah.
Have a nice day, night, whatever it is.
Whenever you watch this, have a nice
Whatever it is.
time that is.
This review of Long Pigs is brought to you by Real Cooking from Behind Bars, a cookbook by Anthony McAllister.